Covert Narcissist 101. Thank you for joining me. Haven't subscribed? Please do. Guys, today we're going to talk about, 4 things that I teach my teenagers and responding to Covert Narcissists. 4 things I teach, try to advise them on how to respond to the Covert Narcissist because, teenagers, they're becoming teenagers, they're growing. So obviously their opinions are out there, they think they're invincible and, they have all this stuff to say. The normal stuff. So as this goes on, if they haven't figured the Covert Narcissist out or how the game is, even though, my kids seem to understand what is going on, they probably that I haven't called out this is what is wrong with them. They don't know what to call this, that kind of person, but they know that, yes, something is off with this individual, but this is what I teach them because that way, they don't waste time. They don't waste time with this person. One of them is whatever happens with this, you're trying to talk to the Covert Narcissist, stick to the facts of what happened. Stick to the fact of what happened. It doesn't matter what he tries to say because, I've heard them with the, phone calls and all that stuff, sometimes when they come home and they tell me certain things, you stick with the fact. They will try to twist the thing to, depending on what day it is or what hour it is in the day or whether it's raining outside or not. Fact changes with how they feel. Fact changes with how the Covert Narcissist feels. So whatever it is you're dealing with, they're dealing with him, make sure that you are sticking to what the fact is. It doesn't matter, because as time goes on, they will see that the fact changes with this person. Because one day, this is all good, this is clear, this is good, this is a nice thing to do. And the next time is like the worst thing you ever do, And it's the same thing, it's just a different day. It just happens that next day they feel this is supposed to be wrong and it's wrong. So you're dealing with them, stick to the fact. 2, do not change your answer. Do not change your answer. They ask you a question. She usually does this with the kids when he asks them about the reason why they don't call him. They didn't call him on this and that, or how he calls so many times. Of course, most of those things is a lie because somehow he forgets that the call ID exists. But anyway, so he talks about how he calls him a bunch of times a day and this and that. And they're trying to tell him, no, we only got the call like maybe 1 or 2. And he's keep going on back and forth of how maybe how they missed the call or they weren't there or he rang. Pretty much trying to get them to change the answer they just gave him. So I tell the kids, no matter what, stick to the answer you gave them. That's all. Now, if they keep going on and on, the next thing you do is to keep quiet. Because there's no point trying to engage with somebody that you obviously see that they're trying to manipulate you into, changing your answer to suit whatever it is they're trying to tell you. So don't be part of the conversation anymore. Don't be part of the conversation anymore. I say keep quiet. Don't go back and forth. Like I said, teenagers, they want to get their point across. I say it doesn't matter. You already made your point. You answered the question. Whatever it is going on and on. After that, you already understand that that's what he's trying to get you to change your answer. Be quiet. Be quiet. Look outside the window. Something. Be quiet. And that, because you understand that the issue isn't with you. That's what I'm telling the kids. The issue isn't with you of what you're saying to them. They hear you. It's just that the way they choose to understand it. Because it's convenient to whatever agenda they got going on that minute. So you have to understand that whatever you tell the Covert Narcissist, they will choose to understand it the way they want to choose to understand it to favor whatever agenda they have going on at that time. And once you guys understand this, there's no point trying to convince them with anything. There's no point trying to change your answer or have them change what is already existing fact. There's no point. So that fact that you understand that whatever answer you give or whatever questions they ask and you respond, they're going to understand that, not because they didn't hear you. They heard what you said. But they're going to understand that in a way that is convenient for whatever agenda, whatever, plan they got going on at that time. So I tell the kids that all the time so they don't waste time trying to engage with this person because that's what he will be doing. Just have them defending themselves. He will keep going on and on because he wants them to change the answer and see how they are in the wrong. They didn't check up on him. They didn't call him. This is their job to be doing this. You make them feel bad. And like this goes on almost every single time that he, disappears for a while and then he calls. Disappears for a while and then he calls. But anyway, these are some of the, the 4 things I normally I tell the kids, you have to remember this. You have to remember this. All right, guys, get the hold of your mind and everything to fall into place. Please like and share. Take care.